In the vast expanding ether of space, spirits such as ourselves have created a world around them, either consciously or unconsciously, but mostly guided. Here's what I mean. If spirit was oxygen, life would be the sand, the water, the rocks and fish, and plants and animals. They are affected by it. We on the planet, as many more, are an experiment on the earth. And it needs to be an experiment that is given to every new civilization in the galaxy for them to go on. Just as kids are given instructions on what they're supposed to do and what not. First they create our languages, decide on the storyline, and finally plant the seeds of man and woman on a beautiful planet that had not been inhabited by humans until the experiment was decided. The rules are mostly the same. Every planet ET has precious resources. This could be gold, beautiful mountains, beautiful human beings, and unique inventions. Most of the time, our inventions were guided by the ET. And just like that, randomly, a genius is born, somehow understanding physics to a high degree, and invents something never seen before. And then that something becomes of value. And if it's valuable here, then it's valuable out there too. Did you think our economy was unique to Earth? And that we are the only stupid species to require money in their everyday life? No. Just as money was introduced, our languages have been introduced. And they are both a reflection of what is out there in space. Now, let's go back to the experiment that we are part of and why this is important. I would like you to keep in mind the concepts of phonetics, symbols, and coding. In computer programs, coding is used in binary to make it easy for a processor to understand. There are various levels of encryption like 16-bit, 32-bit, 64-bit, and other ones that are unknown. Phonetics are the way we use our voice to create intricate sounds with each letter. For instance, A sounds different than A. No matter how hard I try to achieve likeness, it is going to differ in at least one aspect from the previous attempt. An A, as you see it, is just a blueprint of a character, same as we are a blueprint of mankind. That is why we're kind of man, and you can view that however you like. In Greek, character can mean something that is used to carve wood or rock, so it could be an object in this sense. And we already know that a character is an actor in a play, and it is also used to describe a person's, character. Therefore, we use the same word to represent different meanings, and somehow we manage to communicate. It could be therefore that it's possible for there to be some encoding in our own languages or to the pace at which we communicate. Do you know exactly how the language that you use to communicate came about? And can you show me proof? Well, I think not. Let's just save time and say that nobody can prove how any language came about. Yes, you might say that there are ancient scrolls, etc., with writings on them and carvings on walls. There may be a ton of texts and so many carvings, but they still wouldn't prove the process of creating any one language specifically. I'm just here to fill in the gap, in case you ever wondered and somehow nobody told you the answer. The origin of our tongues had been the outcome of intelligent thought and intelligent design. Our need to communicate is what kept them alive. And yet, however those needs appear to be strong, the intelligence seems not to be on the same level. Or maybe our intelligence has taken a nap, or quite possibly hit on the head with a pan. In any regard, it seems that we are quite unable to think of how or to even create a new language nowadays. It seems that, like a document that a car came with, or a manual, we've been given the manual of language. And somehow we just say, well, our ancestors did that, so, and we leave it at that. But I think that statement is quite correct. Our ancestors did give us the language, but who are exactly our ancestors?